I've talked about dealing with the criminal element. Uh, most most common area was probably San Isidro, Imperial Beach area, and you would commonly run into more of these actual criminals that had criminal backgrounds, deportations, you know, violent records in the United States, and that's why the reason they were actually being deported. And you would come across them, automatically who they were. The way they size people up and stuff, and sometimes I'm not gonna lie, sometimes they were pretty intimidating. You know what I mean? Pretty intimidating, especially when there's a group of 10, 15. There's only a few of you. You know, anything can happen. And and I've actually dealt with such situations, but we handle it kind of different. Or I handle it kind of different. You know what I mean? And you would take them back to an actual holding cell and wait for the process to actually be to to take place. But throughout the day, you would hear these actual transport buses call the station saying that they're coming through at certain hours, certain minutes, and if they have anybody for pickup, and they were on their way to Arizona as far as to Texas. And if you're leaving San Isidro, I would ask them, hey, come on by, and they want to jerk you around. Throw them in that bus that's going all the way towards Texas, and you could actually be deported at a port down there. And you know, it was something a little bit harder for them, to make it back to Tijuana, but it could have actually made your day even worse. But this is a perfect good example of the one I'm going to talk to you about right now. But actually a 33-year-old with an extensive criminal record, undocumented alien sent to prison for causing injury to a federal agent. You know, this this type of actual apprehension, this was actually it was frustrating. It was frustrating because of the fact that it was just a recurring problem. Uh, not actual the actual penalties were not actually exercised the way they should have been. And I'll give you this is a perfect example of the actual frustration of the revolving door back and forth of actual criminal aliens coming through from other countries. A 33-year-old undocumented Honduran national had been ordered to federal prison for assaulting a border patrol agent in the performance of his duties. This actual individual was only given a little bit over 3 years. Okay, so he was ordered for 3 months term imprisonment. Not a U.S. citizen, he is expected to be faced removal proceedings following the sentence. Okay, and along with the evidence detailing how this individual had multiple aliases, convictions for resisting arrest in the states of Colorado and Massachusetts, with previous deportations 11 times before. He's been deported 11 times. He's made his way all throughout the United States. And he was part of a large group that was actually reported of crossing the Rio Grande. And they ended up behind some kind of business, and they were hiding out in some kind of shed in back of the actual business when law enforcement and border patrol were actually dispatched to the actual area. But you know, the group was discovered to be a good sized group, and when they actually tried to actually apprehend this actual individual, he might have been in a mixture of regular undocumented actual aliens, but he's a career criminal. You know what I mean? And these are the ones you have to actually watch your back on. And they ultimately had to be able to physically detain him, but not before causing injury to an agent. Two actually border patrol agents had to be actually seen for injuries. They had to seek medical help after this actual incident. So I mean, it was very, very, very frustrating. I mean, and to actually look in the computer and that he's been deported 11 times and he only got the 33 months and actually assault on the actual agent. No, he'll be back. He'll be back. You know what I mean? Okay, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.